Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol CERU. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several weeks worth of time, it's actually just the past few days broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. I think it does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price. And in this situation, really makes mapping out some levels of support and resistance map out. I hesitated there because, yeah, this chart is a little bit tricky. What do I mean by that? Well, it really all depends about perspective, as I've talked about in yesterday's video. Just because for the simple reason, I mean, if you're a day trader and you bought up there and you wanted to sell within, 7 seconds, then yeah, for you the chart's looking pretty rough. But from the big picture of things, so if you care about the grand scheme of everything in more than just 1 or 2 days, then the bulls still have plenty of opportunity to build a higher base and therefore continue on with the overall uptrend. And that's really what I want to focus on, kind of this overall higher base. And the case in point here, which the quote-unquote story has made abundantly clear, is there's quite a few buyers sitting around right here at the 65-cent mark. You can see that today on several occasions. The bears try to press down through there, both there and then later on in the afternoon. And every single time the bulls did do a good job of holding strong. So circling back to that, comment about, the big picture of things and putting in the higher low. Let's say the price comes down here a few more times, bounces around, and then heads back up. In the event that were to happen, well, even from that perspective still, that would have, a low right here. The previous low would be right here during this consolidation. If you picture each one of those as stair steps, well, you'd still have stair steps going in the upwards direction. And that's the name of the game. That's what you want to see from a big picture perspective, just overall drifting, if you will, of the price upwards. And I realize drifting is just a word, but that's the cool thing about charts. You can quantify words. So I'm quantifying the word drifting as staying up above that 65-cent mark. And technically speaking, even if the price did break below that 65-cent mark, you do still have, the pink line down there, which is the 200 period simple moving average. But I don't think anybody wants to see it go all the way down there and test that long-term moving average, because that would essentially put the price back to where it was. But if that 65-cent level can hold, then that would certainly be a great sign going forward. As far as levels of resistance are concerned, key level at this point with any sort of bounce to the upside, I'm going to call right there at that 80-cent mark. So 80 cents key level of resistance, or I should say initial area of resistance going into next week. But in my opinion, top priority right now, going through a healthy consolidation and building a higher base. So nice overall week. Sure, the price pulled back, but as I've said, the bulls do still have an opportunity to build that higher base. So we'll see if they can get that done or not next week. One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.